Hi everyone, my name is Alafia. I'm the CEO and co-founder of ArishaConnect.com. So as a part of our redevelopment, we're also going to be talking about current issues in the Arisha community and doing informational clips. And so that's what's happening right now. This is our first one, so bear with us. So here we go. We received a question from a community member that wanted to ask what an Apetebi was. So I've taken it upon myself to put it in video form, so hopefully you guys will like it because we'll start doing this more often. So an Apetebi, the first Apetebi was Oshun when she was married to Orumila. And an Apetebi is, for any of us that have any ties to any Christian faiths, an Apetebi is very similar to the First Lady of a church. She is supposed to be a role model. She is supposed to be someone who is exalted by the community as being the pinnacle of womanhood and what that means to the society. So an Apetebi is also someone who is essentially some of the oil that makes the machine work in the household that she resides in. She is the secretary. She is the cook. She does all of the duties that help the Babalawo to be great. You know, just like most women in society, you know, we just are great. And so being an Apetebi is actually something that's not talked about very often in the aspects of being more than just a slave in a household. Because the way that an Apetebi has always been presented to me, you know, with lack of history and lack of fundamental understanding, is someone who is the errand girl of the house of her husband. And that's not the truth, and that's not what it's supposed to be. An Apetebi is supposed to be someone who is exalted for her position, because otherwise there would be no need for a ritual to do so, to become an Apetebi, to become an Iyawo Ifa. So, an Apetebi is more than a lot of times society will give her credit for, and how an Apetebi is presented to many women before they even go through that ceremony is, you know, lacking in some tact and some understanding. I'm not saying that happens all the time, but an Apetebi was definitely presented to me as being, you know, the one that's running around doing all the work, like Cinderella in her own house. And that's not really the case. That's not what it's supposed to be, and that's not what it shouldn't be. And this video is definitely not trying to degrade anyone that's taken on that role, because everybody needs some destiny and some station in life. But if you are an Apetebi, then you are someone who is a role model and example and should be exalted for your position and should be, you know, honored in your home as being some of the oil that makes the machine work. And then, so after getting a question about what an Apetebi is with this community member and outlining what my knowledge of an Apetebi is versus what society presents an Apetebi to be sometimes, the community member asked me if I would want to be one. And I said no. No. So I was a Iyawo Ifa, and I'm also an Oshun priestess. And for me, and for my personality type, I don't want to do it. And it's not because I could not prioritize family. It's not that I couldn't prioritize procreation, which is heavy. I mean, I would hate to be an Apetebi that had any fertility issues, because, whoa, the societal pressures and things like that would be astronomical, particularly in Yoruba land. And that's for any woman that had trouble bearing children. But there's also this idea that if you are an Apetebi, like, you have to be on your best behavior with your husband at all times. Like, your husband should be able to vouch for you as being, you know, all of these things. And I have an attitude, and I don't think that my husband would be able to vouch for me all the time, and I don't think that I would appreciate there being a vouching system for me. And I'm not saying that doesn't work for other people, because it depends on who you are as a person, where you come from, what your ideals are, and what your moral foundations are in regards to how you think you should behave as a wife. And I'm human. I make mistakes. I don't want to be an Apetebi because I don't want to have the community's eyes on me at any point in time. That's not how I operate. But yeah. So in regards to other Apetebis, big ups and much respect to you and the things that you do, and hopefully you are an Apetebi in an environment where you are recognized for your contributions, where you are appreciated for the things that you do, because without you, the household would fall down, okay? And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's the first of our series. We're going to talk about issues in the Irish community. We're going to talk about things that may or may not be very popular. And I know that I don't have a very popular opinion, but I am unapologetic in the way that I present it. And I'm hoping that it opens up a greater conversation. So let me know what you think. All right, everyone.